Hello students.
Hello teacher.
Nice to see you today. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, a question for you. Have you finished your homework?
Yes.
Very good. And one more question for you. What did you do last night when you finished your homework? Minh Tú, please.
After finish my homework, I watch some movie with my family.
Very good. You watch some movies on TV, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did too. I watched some movies on TV too. And in lessons today, we're gonna discover a very interesting topic related to movies. Can you guess what topic do we learn today? Can you, Ngọc Quyên?
The topic is about food.
Oh, very good. Good job. Thank you. And now I would like you to open your notebook and textbook. Write down the date and the lesson today. Have you finished?
Yes.
Very good. Diệu Linh, can you repeat the topic for this unit?
Unit 8, food.
Very good. Thank you. And the whole class, let's write down the topic of the whole unit. It is about films. And today we learn the first lesson. It is lesson 1. Alright, so the whole class. To start the first part of this lesson, I would like you to open your textbook to the page 82. Let's open the page 82. Okay, so let's look at the picture on the page 82. You can see that we have 3 films. Can you see it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So can you tell me the name of the film that you can see? Minh Tú, can you?
I can see the film A Nightmare, An Old Pier, and Our Holiday.
Okay, how many films do we have?
We have 3 films.
Very good, 3 films, and each film will represent a type of film. Right, so in this lesson today, we're gonna learn some new words about types of film. Okay? Diệu Linh, can you guess the type of the film A Nightmare?
A Nightmare is a horror film.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Good job. It is a horror film. And what about Our Holiday? Can you, Ngọc Hân?
I think it is an adventurous film.
It is an adventurous film.
Yes.
Any more ideas? Thank you, Ngọc Hân. Can you, Thục Quyên?
I think it's a comedy film.
It is a comedy. Very good. Thank you. It is a comedy. Okay. And there is another film. So can you tell me? There's one more film in the textbook. You please. It is the film Old Pier, isn't it? Okay. So can you tell me the type of the film? Can you guess?
Cartoons, I think.
It is a cartoon. Okay, you think so? It is a cartoon. Very good. Okay. You think it is a cartoon, right? Oh, look at this. On the board, you can see that we have 3 types of film: comedy, horror film, and cartoon. So can you think about more types of film now? Minh Tú, can you?
And one more thing is documentary.
Documentary, right? Okay, we have the word documentary. What else? Can you, Ngọc Hân?
I know about action film.
Action film, very good. Action. What else? Can you please, the goal?
I think it's detective film.
Detective film, right? Okay, that's good. Detective. And what else? The girl, oh sorry, the boy.
It is Western film.
A Western film, very good. And Ngọc Hân?
It is a science fiction film.
Science fiction, very good, okay. What else? So many types of them. Can you please?
I think it's adventure.
Adventurous, okay, adventurous. It is action film. The girl, please.
I think it's romantic.
Romantic, very good, okay, romantic. Okay, so the whole class, look at this. We have so many types of them, right? Okay, and now I will give you about 2 minutes. You have to write down all the content of the board onto your notebook, please. Okay, 2 minutes for you. Let's do it. Okay, so the whole class, among those types of film, I would like you to pay attention to some of them, right? Okay, let's pay attention to the word horror film, okay? Circle the word horror film. And let's pay attention to another word, documentary. And comedy, right? Okay. The whole class, there is a type of film I would like to show you. Can you guess? I really like the types of film fantasy. So, the whole class, we have 4 types of film that you have to pay attention to in this lesson. So the whole class, look at this. The whole class, listen and repeat. Horror film.
Horror film.
Horror film.
Horror film.
Documentary.
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 Comedy.
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 Fantasy.
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 Okay, very good. I would like a student to go to the board and mark the word threads for me. Who can? Can you please, Ngọc Hân? Thank you, Ngọc Hân. Come back to your seat. So the whole class, look at this. The whole class, listen and repeat again. Horror film.
Horror film.
She marked the first thread, isn't it?
Yes.
Is this right?
Yes.
Very good. Correct. And this one, documentary.
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 She marked the third thread, isn't it?
Yes.
Very good. This one, comedy.
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 The first thread. Remember. What about this one?
Fantastic.
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 No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyone can help her. Can you, Minh Anh? Can you go to the board? Take the pen and correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Come back to your seat. The whole class, remember the word fantasy had the first thread. Remember? Yeah. Okay. So the whole class, listen and repeat. Fantasy.
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 Very good. And now I'd like to know more about the Vietnamese meaning of the 4 words. Anyone can tell me. What about the word horror film? What does it mean? The girl, please. Phim kinh dị. Very good. What about documentary? The girl, please. Phim tài liệu. Thank you. Good job. What about comedy? You please. Phim hài. Very good. And the last one, fantasy. Minh Anh. Phim viễn tưởng. Very good. Okay. Those are the 4 words that we have to pay attention to today. And now, let's write down on your notebook. And remember to mark the words red, okay? 1 minute for you. Okay, so the whole class, we have learned some new words about types of films, right? And now I would like to check your understanding about the new words. Please look at the board. And now I will show you the clue. The clue, that is a picture demonstrating the film, the type of film, and you have to tell me what type of film is it, right? Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so look at this. The first one. Diệu Linh.
Fantasy.
Very good. It is fantasy, right? What about this one? Minh Tú.
I think it's horror film.
It is horror film. Very good. And this one. My nào?
I think it's documentary.
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 Very good. Remember, it has the third stress, right? Okay, again, documentary.
Documentary.
Thank you. Very good. And the last one. Can you please?
I think it's comedy film.
It is comedy.
It is comedy.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, so the whole class, remember we have 4 types of film today. Along that, we have so many other types of film, right? Okay, thank you. We have just finished the first part of this lesson. It is vocabulary. The whole class, do you like watching films?
Yes.
I do too, and I have 2 students. They are Mark and me. They also like watching films too. And today, I will show you their conversation. And now I'd like you to open your textbook, page 82. Look at the conversation between Mark and me and read the text very quickly while listening to the text. Okay? And think about the main content of the text for me, right? It is time for you to listen and read.
Track 54, Unit 8, Films. Page 82, Getting Started. Let's go to the cinema tonight. Activity 1, Listen and read.
Let's go to the cinema tonight.
Good idea. What shall we see?
A Nightmare is on at Salmai Cinema tonight.
Is it a fantasy?
No, it's a horror film.
That's too scary for me. Look, an old pier is on at Town Cinema. It's a documentary.
I don't really like documentaries. They're often boring. What about Our Holiday?
What kind of film is it?
It's a comedy.
And who stars in it?
Kate Harrison and Lily Collins.
They're pretty good. What's it about?
It's about 2 women living in different countries and they decide to exchange houses.
What are the reviews like?
Well, although a few people say it's a bit silly, most say it's funny and interesting.
Good job, the whole class. After reading the text and after listening to the text, can you tell me some useful information about the content, right? Okay, in the text we can find 3 themes, right? Can you tell me 3 themes? What are they? Mina, can you?
I think it's nightmare, opiate, and a horror film.
A nightmare, right? Me, can you continue my question? What about the film A Nightmare? What type of film is it?
It's a horror film.
Very good. It is a horror film and we have A Nightmare. Okay. And what about the other films? Ngọc Hân, can you?
I think an old pier is a documentary.
Very good. An old pier is a documentary. Thank you. Minh Tú, and what about the last film?
The last film is Our Holiday.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
Very good. The last film is Our Holiday and it is a comedy. Very good. Okay. They are three films in the text. Right? Okay. And now I would like to ask you more about the characteristic of the film. Can you underline the adjective which describe the film Our Holiday? Can you find the adjective which describe the film Holiday? Ngọc Hân, can you?
It's a bit silly, funny, interesting.
Oh, very good. Our holiday, we have three adjectives. It is silly and funny
Interesting.
and interesting. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. And what about the film An Au Pair? Thục Quyên.
I think it's often boring.
It is boring, okay, and the adjective here is boring. Good. And what about fantasy? V now.
It's scary.
Fantasy, is it scary? Thank you, V. Ngọc Hân, can you help her?
I think it doesn't real.
It is?
Doesn't real.
Doesn't real. Very good. It doesn't real. But I want to ask an adjective which describe the types of film. Minh Tú.
I think it's amazing. and
Ama-
wonderful.
amazing or incredible. Thank you. Amazing. We have just read the text for the first time, right? And now I will give you the second chance to read the text again. And this time, let's open your textbook. Look at exercise number 2. Look at exercise number 2. This time, you have to read the text and circle the correct answer. So let's do it. Have you finished?
Yes.
Very good. Ngọc Hân, what about the first question?
First question is, what does Mark suggest to doing tonight? Is B, watching a film?
According to you, you choose option B.
Yes.
Can you show me the evidence in the text?
Is the first sentence. Let's go to the cinema tonight.
Excellent, very good, thank you. And the correct answer, it is B. And in the text, we can see that Mark said, let's go to the cinema tonight. Okay, so it is the evidence. What about question number 2? Minh Tú, can you?
Question number 2 is, why doesn't Mark want to see an au pair? I think it is A, he doesn't like the type of film.
Very good. It is A. He doesn't like the type of the film, but I want you to show me the evidence in the text.
Mark said that, me say, an au pair is a town cinema. It's a documentary, and I say I don't really like documentary.
Very good. And in the text, you can see that Mark said, I don't really like documentaries, right? And this is the reason why he doesn't want to see an au pair, right? Next question. What about question number 3? What about question number 3? Minh Anh, can you?
The question number 3 is, the word reviews in the conversation mostly means I choose a pupil's opinion about the film.
Okay, Minh Anh, thank you, very good. Your choice is correct. Your choice is correct, but I would like you to pronounce the words correctly again. So listen and repeat again. Review. Review. It has the second stress, remember. And the word conversation. Conversation. The third stress. Okay, remember. Thank you, Minh Anh. And the last question, who can? Thục Quyên.
The fourth question is, what do people think of our holiday? I choose C. Most people like it.
Okay, you choose C, option C. Can you tell me the evidence?
Also a few people say it's a bit silly. Most say it's funny and interesting.
Thank you, very good. Great. Most people say it's a bit silly, but most say it's funny and interesting. Okay? Okay, very good. Now, we have just finished task 2 in the text. After 2 parts, I guess you can fully understand the main content of the text, right? The whole class, after reading the text twice, I guess you can fully understand the content of the text. Yeah? Okay, and remember the content of the text is about types of film and some characteristic of some films. It is A Nightmare, An Au Pair, Our Holiday. Okay, and now I would like you to discover more types of film appearing on the board by playing a game. Do you like playing games?
Yes.
Very good, so exciting. So I will divide the class into 2 teams. Team 1, you are team 1, okay? Team 2, you are team 2. So team 1, who are you? Raise your hands. Very good, thank you. And team 2, where are you? Okay, thank you, team 2. And now look at the cues appearing on the screen, and each team will send a leader go to the board and circle the correct types of film based on the cue appearing on the screen, right? Okay, so look at the first cue appearing on the screen. Number 1, a film that tries to make the audience laugh is a... Come on, please. Oh, very good. Thank you. Come back to the set. Team 2. You are the fastest, and you circle the word comedy, and very good is the correct answer. Congratulations, Team 2. A film that tries to make the audience laugh is a comedy. Okay, the whole class again. Listen and repeat. Comedy.
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 Very good. And now we come to the cue number 2. Look at this. A film that is based only on imagination, not on real fact. It is a... Okay, very good. Thank you. Team 2, you are faster. And I would like a student to read aloud the cue number 2 for me. Minh Tú, can you?
Cue number 2, a film that is based only on imagination, not on a real fact, is a fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay, so for the whole class, do you agree with the answer fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, team number 2. And then we come to the cue number 3. Look at this. A film that shows real-life events or stories is a... What is it? What is it? Thank you, team number 2. Thank you, team number 2. You are faster. Again, the boy. Can the boy please? The boy, please. Can you read the cue number 2 for me loudly? Can you?
Number 3, a film that shows real life events or stories stories. It's a documentary.
Very good. So the whole class, do you agree it is a documentary?
Yes.
Is it the correct answer? Okay, very good. Congratulations. It's a good answer and it is correct. And now we come to the cue number 4. A film that is set in the future, often about science. What is it? What is it? Thank you, team number 2. You are so fast. Okay, team 2. Minh Tú, can you read the cue for me?
Cue for a film that is set in the future, often about science, is a science fiction.
It is a science fiction film. Very good. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, it's correct. And now we come to the next cue. Number 5. A film in which strange and frightening things happen is a... What is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, thank you. Thank you, team number 1. Team number 1. So, the whole class. Ngọc Hân, can you read cue number 5 for me?
A film in which strange, frightening things happen is a horror film.
Very good. The whole class, do you agree it is a horror film?
Yes.
Thank you. It's correct. Okay, so the whole class, after playing the game, we have just found so many other types of film. Okay, we have so many types of film appearing on the board. Okay, and we have just finished task number 3 on your textbook. And now I want you to open your notebook and textbook. Write the answer in task number 3 on your notebook for me. 1 minute for you. Okay, so the whole class, back to the lesson. After playing games, do you feel excited?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And now let's focus on the task number 4 on the textbook. Right? I want you to do task number 4 in pairs. Remember, in pairs. Right? And let's complete the task in pairs in about 2 minutes. Why? I will invite a student to do the task on the board for me. Who is volunteer? Minh Tú, can you? Yeah. Can you go to the board and do the task number 4 for me? Okay. Where is your textbook? Okay. So, thank you, Minh Tú. Back to your seats, please. Okay, so the whole class, stop writing. And now, I'd like you to swap your textbook. Swap your textbook to the person that's sitting next to you. Swap your textbook. Okay? Swap your textbook. Very good. And now, I want you to spend about 1 minute deciding whether your friend's answers are correct or not. 1 minute for you to decide. Finish the whole class?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so let's check together. What about the question number 1? Who can read aloud question number 1? Can you, Tục Quyên?
Question number 1. Going to the hospital can be frightening for a child.
Okay, very good. And the adjective here is frightening. Okay, frightening. The whole class, do you agree?
Yes.
Very good. It's the correct answer. And what about number 2? Can you please?
Number 2, the film was so funny that the audience couldn't stop laughing.
Okay, and what about the adjective here? You choose
Funny.
funny, and your friend choose funny too. The whole class, do you agree?
Yes.
Very good. It's correct. What about number 3? Khôi, can you?
Number 3, many people cried when they saw the moving scenes of the film.
Okay, so you choose moving. Okay, very good. And the whole class, Is the option moving here correct or not?
Yes.
Correct. Very good. Moving. What about number 4? Ngọc Hân.
Number 4, the film last night was so boring that we fell asleep.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Very good. You choose boring. And the whole class, do you agree?
Yes.
Very good. Boring is the correct answer. And the last question, me.
This book is interesting and got a lot of useful information from it.
Okay, and what adjective do you choose? Interesting. The first phrase, remember, okay? The whole class, interesting. Is it correct? Is it correct?
Yes.
Very good, okay, it's correct. Now, I want the whole class listen and repeat again those words. Frightening,
Frightening.
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 Which phrase is it? The first, the second, or the third? It is Ngọc Hân.
It is the first.
It is the first phrase. Thank you, very good. Number 2, funny. The whole class, funny,
Funny.
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 Where is the phrase? Can you please? The first phrase, okay. Number 3, moving.
Moving.
The whole class, moving,
Moving.
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 Where is the phrase? Thục Quyên. The first, okay. Next, we have boring.
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 Where is the phrase? Phương. Bore, the first one, okay. Boring. And look at this. Can any student read the words for me? Minh Tú.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you pronounce like it has the second phrase. The whole class, do you agree?
Yes.
The word has second phrase. Do you agree? Can you please?
Repeat.
Yeah?
Will say it interesting.
Interesting. So the third phrase. 2, 3. Can you please?
Interesting.
Very good. Thank you. And the whole class, pay attention to these words. It had the first phrase. Remember. Look at this. Listen and repeat again. Interesting.
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 Remember. Yeah, okay. And mark the phrase onto your notebook, please. Okay, so the whole class, in task number 4, we have just learned some adjectives which we use to describe films, right? And now I would like you to use those adjectives and choose at least one of the types of the film here and describe the types of film you like. Okay, for example, I really like action film because I find it interesting. And what about you? Okay, Minh Tú, do you like documentaries?
I not really like documentary.
Why?
Because I think it sounds very boring.
It is boring. Thank you, Minh Tú. Ngọc Hân, do you like cartoon?
I think it's so because I think it's a bit boring.
It's a bit boring? Okay, thank you, Ngọc Hân. What about you, Minh Phương?
I like cartoon because it's funny.
Okay, you like cartoon because it is funny. Okay, it is funny. Very good. Okay, so the whole class, look at this. We have some adjectives here, right? And we have so many other types of films. What you have to do, you have to work in pairs, talk about your favorite types of film, and let's use the adjectives here. Use the suggestion in task number 5 on your textbook. Let's open your textbook. Read task number 5. And now it's time for you to work in pairs. Let's do it. You have 3 minutes. Time's up, please. Time's up. Okay, stop talking. Now, I'd like to check some of your pairs. Who wants to demonstrate? Can you, Minh Phương and Ngọc Hân?
Do you like comedy?
Yes, I do because it's funny. Do you like horror film?
No, I don't because it is frightening for me. Do you like a detective film?
No, I don't because I think it's boring.
Okay, thank you, Minh Phương and Ngọc Hân. Very good. What about other pairs? Can you please?
I do. I find them interesting. Do you like cartoons?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I think it's funny.
Okay, thank you, Diệu Linh. Diệu Linh, can you pronounce the words again? Documentary. Documentary. Remember, okay? You are so good, students. And now, do you want to stand up and move around the classroom?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want you to stand up, move around the classroom, and ask at least 3 of your friends about the types of film they like and the reason why. And remember to take note and come back to your seat. After that, I will call some of you to demonstrate your work. Okay, and you have 5 minutes, so let's do it. The whole class, time's up. And now I would like you to report your work. Can you share something? Can you share? Thục Quyên, can you?
I asked Happy and she said she liked comedy because they are interesting. Feeling like horror film because she thinks they are frightening. Me, I like cartoon because they are funny.
Okay, thank you, very good. Where's Diệu Linh? Who is Diệu Linh? Okay, can you?
I asked Minh Phương and she said she likes cartoon because it's funny. Happy like comedy because it's interesting.
Okay, that's all? All right. What about you, Minh Tú?
I asked Jen and she said she loves cartoon because it's funny. Minh Anh loves cartoon too because it is adorable. And Hami loves romantics because it is interesting. And the last one is Phương. She loves detective because that is interesting.
Okay, so how many students have you asked?
I asked 4 students.
4 students, so many students. Okay, very good, good job. And the last one, can you please?
I asked Du said Du likes cartoons because he's adorable.
Yeah.
Hami loves comedy because it's funny and interesting. Minh Phương loves fantasy because it's really creative.
Yeah, thank you, very good. Okay, boys and girls, as you can see that in this lesson, we have just learned some types of films and we also learned some adjectives which we can use them to describe types of films. And now it's time for you to write your homework. At home, remember to think about your favorite film, okay, a name of the film, and remember to use at least 3 adjectives to describe it. Yeah? You can use the adjective that we have just learned in the lesson, or you can use more adjectives that you know. Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And this is the end of the lesson today. Thank you for your participation. Thank you. Goodbye and see you again.
Goodbye.